Hello, this is Chris Aprecio with Trinity Martial Arts, and this is a behind-the-scenes look at how we do our demonstrations. Here you see our kids practicing just a very simple hammer fist attack. This is the very beginning of a demonstration, and what we're going to do is like a cascading waterfall of breaks. I wasn't too pleased with the way it looked. I wanted something with a little bit more wow for the audience. You always have to keep in mind of where the audience is standing. And even though the kids are breaking the boards, it still didn't have the same wow factor I wanted to. So here's the same thing in a star shape. This one tended to be a little bit more difficult. If you notice the different ranks, ages. So we're having issues on timing. Here I'm teaching Destry how to break a brick. Oftentimes people ask me, does it hurt? And oh yes, absolutely it hurts. The reason why we use our elbow instead of our hand is you can hit so hard with your hand, and if you don't train your bones, if you don't get them dense enough, you can actually break the bones in your hand. The elbow, if you pinch your elbow, you'll notice it doesn't hurt as much as if you pinch in other places because of the nerves in your elbow. And also your elbow is the third hardest bone in your body. First it goes your head or your skull, your heel, and then finally your elbow. Next we practice with a brick. And of course my kids are playing around. This is a demo time, so it's a lot more relaxed than class time. The important part is to go straight down. Here I'm demonstrating for Destry exactly where to strike it. And for the adults and their size, this one still is a challenge if you don't hit straight down. Here's another view, and this time we're upping it to 2 bricks. If you notice, the bricks are at the very edge of the brick, and the further away that distance is apart, the easier it will break. Here's Brian doing the same break, 2 bricks with his elbow. What you're going to notice is he's going to come down. I don't know if you can see it or not. He's going to come at an angle. And just like tank armor, the reason why it's at an angle is when you go at an angle, it makes the brick even thicker. See that one? It didn't break. And I tell him what happened. He came in at an angle. I tell him to go straight down. And it breaks with the straight down power. And here's the demo. So what we decided was we're going to have individual breaks. And this very beginning part is supposed to be from Star Wars. Chemo, our mascot, is supposed to be that white wampa at the very beginning of, I think it's episode 5. Or the second Star Wars ever out. This part is supposed to be Darth Maul on episode 1, or the 4th one that came out. In this scene was Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn, and of course Qui-Gon Jinn got hurt. And then Obi-Wan gets so mad that he finally defeats Darth Maul. And I wasn't too clear about this at the tournament. I wish I said a little bit more, but I said a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So I kind of wish I went back and said, the first part is Star Wars. Here's Michaela, Raiden. And Michaela loves cartwheels, as you can see. Here's another angle of the demonstration. And from here on out, what you're going to see is the kids run from behind the black screen and come on out for the demonstration. So the cascading waterfall effect of breaks, I didn't like too much. So what we did was we changed just to individual people breaking the boards. And what's really important about the breaking the boards is we use really thin boards for demonstrations because it's not about power. The power will be the bricks. But it's really important that 100% of the time, you're not going to see too flashy of demos. And here we're still trying to set up exactly where people are going to be standing. There's Danny with the ninja mask on. Cassidy holding, and Raiden holding. Here's Cole. I think this is Matthew with a sidekick. And we're talking in the back, just trying to see who's next. It's Cassidy and Aaron. And this part's kind of funny. I was thinking to myself, if it's someone that's supposed to be a rose in his hand, and she's going to kick it, and when you kick a rose, it actually explodes, almost like confetti. And I was thinking to myself, if someone gives my daughter a rose, if a young man tries to give my daughter a rose, what exactly do I want my young daughter to do with that? And I decided I wanted to roundhouse kick it. Here's the end of the children's section. So they're going into a turtle shape. You're going to see Marcus fly over and do a 5-person board break. At the tournament, he actually goes so far that he almost falls down. And of course, our mascot, Chemo. I thought it was important for the kids to see him and to be a symbol of our school. Next out is going to be the adults for the grand finale. The grand finale was supposed to be the brick break. And here we're at the tournament. It says 2013 with David Barrett, chief instructor, and Skylar and Leah. Skylar's chief instructor, and then Leah's senior instructor of True Martial Arts of Sammamish. Laurel Zappi, and Trish and the gang who made the tournament run very smoothly. Here's at the very beginning of the tournament. People are just warming up, practicing, trying to get the adrenaline to stay low. Always have rushes of adrenaline. Finally, this is the beginning of the tournament where the aisles are packed. And I don't compete anymore, so this is how chief instructors get trophies. Here's the area where you can practice in a different room. And finally, what you've been waiting for, the martial arts demonstration.
오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 너그 위에 나는 너 Baby baby 나는 뭘 좀 아는 너 뛰는 놈그 위에 나는 놈 Baby baby 나는 뭘 좀 아는 너 You know what I'm saying 오빤 강남스타일